Alright, you guys. Hi, hello, welcome. Today we are working a little bit on Forever41, the retail horror TTRPG's holiday expansion. As you guys can see, I already have some of the game book ready, although most of it's lorem ipsum / copied from the last one, but the settings are the chocolatier, the holiday shop, the soap shop, aka Lush, and some more. And then there's some extra mechanics I still need to flesh out. And, oh boy. Wait, what are these? Oh my fucking god. I did not realize. Look, I've been working in this document. I forgot that I created those bitches. I forgot that I made extra character, like, character, pregens for you to choose from. Oh shit, okay. That means that I need to add on to this. Actually. I don't like typing out lorem ipsum, so I always just keyboard smash. Hi, hello. Welcome. I am messing with this document, and I realized that I had also added character creation to this because creating 6 extra settings was apparently not enough. I'm still filling those out. We're gonna pop back into the Google Doc here in a second. I just saw these and was like, oh, let me not like fool myself into accidentally thinking that I've already filled these out. I have not. So there's 2 pregens this time instead of 6, because you can play any of the 6 original pregens with this, or you can play with like which type of holiday helping elf, vampire, retail vampire you want to play as. So there's the evil green furry or the tinsel enthusiast. There might be more if they come to me, who fucking knows. Head elf is the GM with a twist. And then we've got all these new settings. Those are lorem ipsums. Those are from the original game. And then the new game cover. So let's hop back into the very legible thing over here. Also, I'm using tabletop audio right now for ambiance music, and it better keep playing and not just stop in the middle. But yes, hi, hello everybody. So this is also a really great way for you guys to get a little sneak peek at like what the game's gonna look like as I work on it. What you're looking at, of course, now is the plain text document. But, because then I always want to have that included in case somebody doesn't want to read the PDF or like uses a screen reader and can't use the PDF. The chocolatier is actually what this game is based off of, because this I worked at a chocolate I worked at a chocolatier in the mall when I was in college, and that's what this game is based off of. These are actually 2 interactions I had while I was working there. I literally had someone come up to me like, "Do you like chocolate? You look like you like chocolate." And I was like, "Sure." Please bear in mind, I was a holiday helping elf at the mall at this time. It was October, and I was dressed like a fucking extra from Elf, stocking fucking chocolate boxes. And I was like, sure, are you looking for anything specific? And he was like, I like you. I like you here. I'm going to be here tomorrow to talk to you somewhere because I think you like me. And then he walked away, and I was like, what? No. Luckily, he did not come back. And then the one at the bottom where the number 6 stress level event that can happen at the chocolatier is you having a customer that tells you he found human teeth in his chocolate. That happened to me also when I worked there. Except he literally was worse than this. He literally like got super close to me. And I was like, sir, how can I help you? And he was like, I had chocolate boxes once. And I was like, did you like them? And he was like, there were children's teeth in them. And I went, what? What did you say? He went, yeah, so many children's teeth just in the chocolates. And I was like, what? And shortly after that, hi guys. Shortly after that, I got fired. Official reason, I am not jolly enough. You know what? I don't doubt it. Disney World strikes me as a similar type of work environment. I got fired from a head elf who was a man who was shorter than I am, and I am 5'2". A man who was shorter than I am, who looked like an evil elf. Hi, Mitzi. And he told me that you're not jolly enough. And then he really just 1-2'd me with like, you're not jolly enough. Your face. It just, you look like someone died. And I was like, what? What? Hi, hello. Hi, everybody. Yeah, no, hit me with the old 1-2. Like, you're fired. You're not jolly enough. Your face looks like someone just died. I was like, yeah, every second I work at the store, my will to live diminishes. So you know what? You're not fucking wrong. So this is what the game was inspired by. It's actually what the original game, Forever 41, was inspired by. But then I really wanted to do this holiday expansion after I made it because I was like, what is a real horror story? Working retail over the holidays. So that's what inspired the chocolatier, which was originally supposed to be the only extra. I was only supposed to make 1 extra setting, maybe 2. That didn't happen. We've got 6. God, we have so much to fucking fill out. Jesus. For some reason, and this is a good thing, my first job I ever had was working at a bookstore, like an indie bookstore, family run like place. And I have nothing but wonderful memories of that place and good things. So that's why this is still empty. It's because nobody was really like bad to me there. I did, however, also work in fashion resale, which is a very pompous way of saying fucking thrifting. But I worked in like luxury resale, so like they trained me to like authenticate shit. So that's gonna be this is gonna be very easy to fill out. Then we've got the Make a Friend shop, aka Build-A-Bear, which I've never worked at. The craft store, aka Joann's/Michael's/Hobby Lobby. And then we've got the soap shop based on Lush. And I'm going to tell you right now, 2 of these are inspired by my friend and co-host you guys might know, Livia from Intricate Rituals, who used to work at Lush. And one of these is inspired by something that happened to me, except I didn't yell at anybody. I went into anaphylactic shock at home from one of their soaps because that's how I discovered I was fatally allergic to lemongrass. So, you know, that's how it goes sometimes, honestly. Right? Super fun. Yeah, deadass. She told me that people eat everything at Lush. Like, everything. And that's all soap. That's all fucking soap. I was like, really? Okay. You know, I shouldn't be surprised, I guess. So I'm still trying to think of some lower level things that could be happening there. The craft store, one of my friends works at a craft store, but luckily he works like the like storage facility parts, like offloading and uploading trucks and shit. Okay, good. So this one's done, which means it can just be formatted and actually taken over. What are you guys up to? What's everybody doing? That is a variant to people eating Tide Pods. If anything, I think it was a slippery slope. Boy, I am so glad that people seem to like that I type like these games that I like to write the way that I fucking talk. Thank God. Because otherwise I feel this might be hard to read. But I feel like luckily so far it comes across. Every day I spelled TED Talk differently. every single day. I will never know exactly if that is that how you're supposed to do it. No space, TED talk. I guess so, huh? Because it's like is it like technology and education? I don't know actually what it is. Ooh, pasta salad, nice. Ooh, game design, fun, fun, fun. Ugh, God. I have not had a pasta salad in forever. But to be fair, gluten-free pasta is, when it's cold, it is, how do you say, inedible. It becomes a lump. Which, like, is also, you know, sometimes you just want to eat a pasta lump. And that I can respect and I understand. But, like, hasn't been an urge of mine recently. Let's see. Alright, fucking. I like to work at in the game book as well as, like, in the actual document simultaneously as much as I can. Oh, I didn't take the holiday shop anymore. Because I asked Americans and they said they didn't know what the fuck that was. And I was like, oh, okay. Oops. Yeah, I changed that to the candle shop. Also, I hope that it's clear that this is supposed to look like a receipt. Shit, that has like a little fucking... You know what? Did I not do that there? Oops, sorry. Did I not? That is true. That is true. I mean, miss me with the onions. But sunflower seeds. I really like pasta with walnuts. And I like dark leafy greens. And like a raspberry vinaigrette. And like... And some walnuts. And like some feta or some goat cheese. As long as everything is gluten-free. Whew, thank you. I'm glad that it does read correctly. What am I... Oops. Where am I fucking clicking? Oh. Yeah. I probably should have actively, like, cleared out this shit. Like, my tabs before streaming, but you know what? It's fine. You didn't see anything you weren't supposed to see. Shit, motherfucker. Ah! Okay. I've gotta zoom the fuck in. Wait, why is this so much smaller? Why is this so much smaller? I'm not gonna think about it. It's fine. I'm gonna zoom in though, because I can't read. Let's see, what does this say? Oop. Ignore that. You didn't see that. There we go. I have been a bit of a pesto person. Not anymore though. Because there's usually some sort of thing in it that does have gluten, so no. But like, it's a bit heavy for me, and I can't eat heavy foods because my body tries to kill me. Or at least makes me feel like I'm dying. So I, unfortunately, not much of a pesto person. I like very light foods. Anything that will not make me feel like I'm dying after I've eaten it is aces in my book. Fucking stop scrolling so poorly. Canva, please. I'm trying. Canva, for the love of God. I love how absolutely bananas the scale for this is, because like a level 4 thing is you're trying to get somebody to get the fuck out of your store, and a level 6 is the store is on fire and there is no fire extinguisher. Death. Okay, let me see. I want to work on this a little bit. Just stretch it out a little. That should be better. While I was doing this, oop, that was the wrong way around. I learned that when you buy candles, you are supposed to trim the wick of the candle, because if you don't trim it, and like when Livia told me this, I was like, that does make a lot of sense, and also that does happen to me, is if you don't trim it, then it doesn't burn evenly. It burns like too much, and so basically like then you get those like deep rings in there, and there's like so much wax on the edge that like doesn't get burned. So you're supposed to trim the wick so that it burns more evenly and you don't waste any wax, and it also lasts longer. I did not know that, and I will be doing that from now on, although I don't understand why they can't trim it before you buy it. but okay. I also have to be super careful with candles here in the United States because Americans really love fucking lemongrass. And I have discovered that I am so fatally allergic to lemongrass that sniffing the steam from a tea that has lemongrass in it sent me to the ER. And also, before I became sober 2.0, I was a little wine drunk. Okay, I was like a little wine drunk on a Sunday morning. It was fine. I was with my boyfriend at the time. I was a little wine drunk. And I was like, hey, do you want to go to Target? I was just a little tipsy. I was like, do you want to go to Target? He was sober. Do you want to go to Target and just walk around? Because going to Target, walking around pre-pandemic is a very fun thing for someone to do. I mean, I've heard it's fun for Americans, but it's especially fun if you're not American because Target to me is like Disneyland. It is so far removed from anything I have in Germany. And it's just a very fun place to be. And so I, since I am a grown adult, was left unsupervised in the candle aisle. And, I was just having a gay old time, really. I was just kind of like walking back and forth, sniffing candles, putting them back, sniffing candles, putting them back, enjoying the scents and smells while my ex was looking around at God knows what, probably stationery, because that's nearby. And suddenly he rounds the corner to look at me and goes, "What you doing?" And I demonstratively sniff a candle that I've just grabbed that I didn't look at. And I take it to my face and I take a big whiff and citrus hits me in the face. And I go, "Oh no." And I look down and across the boldness of the label, it didn't even say contains lemongrass. It was just deadass a lemongrass candle. And I look at it and I look at him and my throat is starting to close and my tongue is starting to swell. And I turn the label around to him and all the color leaves this man's face, which is impressive because we're both Mexican. And immediately he has yanked it out of my hands and is like guiding me very quickly out of the Target. And then popping, because we didn't have my EpiPen with me yet at the time. We didn't have one yet. We got one immediately after this. But jabbed some antihistamines into my mouth before it could completely close up and I had to go to the ER. Where they shot me with so much adrenaline, it was ridiculous. So I am no longer allowed unsupervised in candle aisles, and I am not allowed in candle stores, and I am not allowed to go into Lush. I say not allowed because, like, frankly, yeah, my friends have told me straight up they will beat my ass 6 ways to Sunday if I fucking go off and, like, land myself in the ER again because I decided to go around sniffing random shit. Because here in the States, lemongrass is super popular, especially with the, like, organic crowd because they apparently think it's, like, less bad for the world than, like, citric acid, even though TBH, it's the same. If anything, there's probably more of an environmental footprint from, like, harvesting and growing lemongrass. But yeah, honestly, those are the best types of friends. They're fantastic and I love them and they keep me alive. So honestly, I mean, what more could you want? So yeah, candle shop setting is done. I'm happy with it. It's very accurate. I did leave out the anaphylaxis from this because I did put that in the Lush setting, so the soap store. Let me see. So yeah, soap shop. Man, I want to play this so bad. I am working on seeing if I can pre-record because it's just easier because just for scheduling it's just fucking easier. I am seeing if I can pre-record one-shots, just one of each setting for the original game of Forever 41, so that I can finally have them like run because I've never actually seen anybody playtest this game. Today, by the way, I don't know if anybody cares. Oh, good night. That's okay. Thanks for sneaking in and just hanging out a bit. But I'll see you on the next one, hopefully. Hi, Dana. It is really nice. So today I got to test play Euphoria, the other game that I fucking made, and or one of the other games. I guess it was the second game that I released. It's Gender Euphoria and Gender Envy Bingo Battleship. Gender Envy Bingo Battleship is basically what Euphoria is, and I got to play it with Livia, and it was so much fucking fun. We recorded it because a university, the Central College of London, I don't know, something College of London, likes the game and they're interested in the game, and they wanted to talk about the game and like their gender studies stuff, I guess. And I was like, well, that's really nice. So they paid me for making it, and I was like, holy shit, thank you. And then they asked me if they paid me if I would record a playtest of the game, and it was so fucking fun. I mean, like I told you guys, like this, I mean, not you specifically, but like I put in the fucking game doc, like 110%. It is really, thank you, yes, money moves. It is a game to celebrate being trans, non-binary, trans, it doesn't matter. Trans. It is a game to celebrate an experience that we get to have because we're trans, which is the experience of having gender envy. Because a lot of times, like, things that are uniquely trans are, like, very commonly associated with frustration and, like, sadness and loss, and it really sucks. And I think it's really rad to be trans, and I'm really happy that I'm trans, and everybody that disagrees can suck my dick. And that's why I made the game. And I wanted to make something fun for us to, like, enjoy a part of our experience and, like, celebrate it. So you're supposed to play it with a close friend or with close friends. And let me tell you right now, the game is just as fun, if not more fun, than I actually, like, conceived it to be. I'm really grateful. We had so much fun. It's fucking great. It's definitely a good game to play with, like, your good friends. And honestly, the more the fucking better. That shit is fucking hysterical. I have laughed so many times just looking at the recording again and, like, fucking losing it. It was so fucking funny. It was ridiculous. It's also really funny when your friends, like, fucking nail who you have gender envy of, even if you have not told them. That shit is very fucking funny. It was great. I did also, it's also, if not more funny, when they get you dead fucking wrong. And you're just like, why? Why the fuck? And they just have to try to explain why they made the guess that they made. It was very funny. We laughed a lot. Just, like, thinking about the recording made me laugh. So I'm really, really glad that we got to do that today. So I was like, this day has been a good game design day. Also, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, you can always drop them here. I might ignore them, but that's okay. Oh, hello. No, I don't want to print this with the... I said, okay. Stop, please. Sir, por favor. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Hey, chill out. Cool your jets. It's okay, give it a moment. Technology and I don't always see eye to eye. I don't understand. I literally accidentally clicked Control P. Please, God. Please, just close. Oh my fucking Jesus Christ. Please, chill out. Honestly, thank you. There we go. Oh my fucking God. No, I don't want to print this. Go away. Jesus Christ. I don't even have ink or paper for the printer. I literally just have the printer. At this point, it is a paperweight. Let's see. Okay, soap shop. There we go. I'm wondering if we should do... Okay, there. See, I wanted to click Shift P to write a capital please. But no, it decided to have half an aneurysm. You're foaming at the mouth. Honestly, I would love to see somebody foam at the mouth from a bath bomb, but only, like, in a way that it is not real. Like in a TV show where it's not real and I know that they're fine. Because in real life, like, don't do that. I mean, the Lush ones are probably safe because it's baby powder or, like, fucking baby powder, baking soda. Yeah, please don't eat baby powder. I'm pretty sure it'll make you choke. I also, sometimes when I write these, especially when I was writing the original game, I will move them around. This might be a level 6, actually. And I'm going to swip these. Switch. Oh my fucking God. Swap or switch? Jesus Christ. Okay. Number 3. It's a level 3 catastrophe working at Lush. Oh, well, it's the holidays. I also like creating problems where, like, the solutions are really manifold. Ooh, using them as a sport. That is a possibility. Someone playing. You know, Playing keep away with the fucking shower gels that Lush has, those are so nasty. I hate them so much. They are so gross to touch. They disintegrate immediately. They are so expensive. Everything Lush is ridiculously expensive. Like, I mean, good. It should be expensive because, like, it's organic or whatever, and it's also, like, ethically sourced, and they pay people, or supposedly they pay people. Well, I don't know. I haven't worked there. But, like, I know their legalese is pretty good because I used to live with a lawyer, and for fun, he was really boring. For fun, he read the, like, business legal documents for Lush's, like, business model and tenants and stuff, which, like, not the most boring thing in the world, but, like, I think you guys can just believe me when I tell you that this man was boring as shit. Like, that was what he just did for fun. It was a lot. It was a very long few years before I came to my senses. But yeah, that document was at least kind of interesting. They specifically, like, have a lot of, like, pretty cool, I guess, practices. All right, let's see. I really like this one because it's like, how are you gonna deal with it? Are you gonna try to placate them? Are you gonna try to make your own fucking, like, gift sets? How is your manager gonna react to that? Like, there's just a lot of different ways you could try to solve that. I also really like that there's, like, a lot for the GM to do here as well, because the GM is basically like a second player with a little bit more executive power. Oh yeah, good legalese is just some light bedtime fucking reading. Let's see, what is a mild emergency? I haven't worked retail in so fucking long. Last time I had a retail job was literally 2 years ago. Or like almost 2 years ago. Oh my god, let's see. What was something that used to annoy me? People, TBH. Okay, that's actually a really good one. Let's see, because it is the holidays. I also sneak a lot of pop culture references in my shit with no expectation that anybody will see them or care. But yeah. Scalpers are fucking insane. I don't understand I mean, I hate how many people are just like, scalpers are just making business sense, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you literally are telling me that you would exploit people en masse if you fucking could get away with it. But since you're a very low level person, all you can do is scalp retail items and shit and then try to take advantage of people that need them. Which, like, hi, baby Jeff Bezos. When I heard that Elon Musk's company, like, Elon Musk is like, you guys have to help me because my company's going bankrupt, I just looked at us, was like, well, sounds like you suck at business, my dude. So I feel like you just gave everybody a lot of leverage and they should use that. Please. What is the lowest level thing? It's like stressful. I have actually had that happen several times. Like, somebody will come to me, like, when I worked like luxury resale, I'd have like a lot of people come in and be like, hi, I am leaving on a like cruise in like 8 hours, and there's gonna be like this big themed party, and I need outfits, and I need to look good, and I need to look hot. And I'm like, okay, fuck, cool, what's the budget? And they like, and here's how you can tell if it's gonna be stressful or fun. If they say budget is tight, I go, oh god, okay, because now I have to do math while I'm fucking shopping for this person, which is stressful. But if they say money, no object, oh, those were my favorite people, because I get to basically then play fucking dress up with these people, and to see them get like super excited about the outfits I put together, ugh, so satisfying, so happy, so nice. I helped this one lady get ready because she was like an army wife, and she had like a 20s party coming up. and she wanted to get her outfit like thrifted, and I was like, that's fucking great, I'm super happy to help you. And she literally like told my manager, like, is it okay if I just commandeer her for like 2 hours? And my manager was like, yes, of course, because, you know, customers. And like, it was so fun. It was so fun. Hours. We spent hours putting together outfits, and she let me pick up everything. She let me get shoes for her, head to toe, after party outfit, jewelry. Ugh. It was so fucking nice. That was so fucking fun. I think about her often, and I hope she's doing well. I hope she's happy, and I hope she killed it at that party. She looked really cute. Let's see. We just got one more, and then the soap shop's done. Something mildly annoying. Well, something... This is a little generic, maybe, no. If I can't think of anything in T-minus 10 seconds, I will move on to the next setting and we'll come back. And the soap shop is done. Wow, I need to put on my fucking glasses. Oh, God. My eyesight in one eye has legitimately gotten so fucking bad that if I close, like, my left eye and I'm only using my right one, I legitimately cannot make out any details of anything that is further than, like, 5 feet away from me, which is very annoying. Also, for some reason, if I have Discord open, and it just has the little, like, red dot with a white dot in the middle, the solid red dot in my eyes, if I don't look extremely closely at it, looks like a 4, which is interesting. And I'm legitimately having fucking trouble reading this, which means that it is not accessible enough. If I can't fucking read it, then it's just the numbers. I just need them to be bolder, I think, and like I might need to make them bigger. But then again, I have to probably zoom in and see, because when you're reading the PDF, it's going to be bigger than it appears on screen right now, because right now it is it's zoomed out like a lot, just so that I can see the overall layout and like the relationship of the size on the page. Let me see. I used IBM Xmodo, right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, candle shop, soap shop. What the fuck is that sound? What is the sound? What was I playing? What do I want to play? Oh, it's like the investigator's office. Oh, I didn't mean for there to be a fucking queue. Delete queue. Delete, bitches. Alright, let's see where the fuck that... Is there like a Christmas thing? That sounds nice. So let's listen to that. Is that playing? Are we good? Not the vibe. Sorry guys, we'll go right back to the document. I am trying to find some nice music. Or some nice little ambiance. You know what? I think there was something that said holiday. I'm trying to get like a nice holiday mall feeling. There we go. Fucking Winter Festival. There, I'm sure that's fine. Fuck it, yeah, it's fine. Oh boy, the craft store. Somebody's gonna super glue themselves to something. I can tell you that all fucking ready. But to what and whom? And how horrible is it? Just gonna write down the note. Glued is a very weird word. It looks weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's correct, but I don't love it. It looks strange. I don't know what alternative I would suggest, but it is weird. Let's see. How did you manage to tingle every single garland in the room, in the store with yourself at the center? Not making super consistent use of the word you. It doesn't have to be consistent across the stages. It just has to be consistent within the stages, so that the tone reads correctly. Then again, if people interpret it one way or another, I really don't care. It's just as long as you have fun. I don't care how you read these things. But I would like them to be clear. Right? Glued is weird. It's a weird... It's just... It looks... Like, if you showed that to somebody who was learning English as a second language, they'd just look at that and be like, that is not a word. There's no way that's a word. This has good rom-com potential. I do like to sneak in, because this is a horror game, right? So this is a horror comedy game. But I do like, you know, a genre mashup that is underrated is the horror rom-com. Because, well, it's beautiful. Horror rom-com is my favorite genre, because those are my two favorite fucking things. And that is the, like, realm that I would like to, like, creatively be in a lot of the time. And I like to leave in potential for, like, yes, this could be horrible, or you could play it as a meet cute. Like, in the original game, my favorite setting is the coffee shop, aka Starbucks. And in that, there is one event that can happen where the cute writer that you always see, like, coming in is back and, like, sitting there and drinking their, like, one black small coffee so that they can stay and use the Wi-Fi. And, oh, God, they caught you staring it up. Yep, that is coffee. That is coffee that is spilled on you. But you're a vampire. You can't really feel the heat. So, but it's hot coffee and everybody looks really alarmed. So now you have to win an Academy Award in pretending that it is hot and that you've hurt yourself. But also you will have to sacrifice your dignity to do so. And they are definitely watching. And that has rom-com potential. Yes! Yes! Anastasia is a horror rom-com. You are dead fucking on. I was just thinking about Anastasia today, actually. Because I was trying to, like, I was just sitting there and I was like, it's interesting that all of my favorite pairings and the ship dynamic that I'm personally most interested in, and like the stuff like that I find most attractive, and the pairings that I am most obsessed with are all like kind of like bantery, playfully like arguing like enemies and lovers, or enemies to lovers. That's like my favorite shit, you know, like Matcha Blossom, fucking Iwa Oi, like I love that shit. And then I was like, what are the first? I was like, I wonder if that's always been that way. And I was like, what are the first ships that I ever had? And I realized there's two. There's two, like, that are the earliest thing that I can fucking remember shipping, that I can remember consciously thinking is aspirational or cool. That was Dimitri and Anastasia from Anastasia, and fucking Anne Shirley and Gilbert Blythe from Anne of Green Gables. And you know what? I know a lot of people say your love map forms very early in life. I agree. I concur. That formed my love map very aggressively. Interesting to see that pipeline. It's it's a lot. It really is. And then, of course, when I was like younger and I watched Gilmore Girls, my favorite pairing was Rory and Jesse because all they did in the beginning was fucking argue. And yep, there you go. That's apparently my shit. Would have been cool if I'd just seen chill relationships probably in TV growing up, but I probably would have been bored. But yeah, horror rom-com. Anastasia, 10 out of 10. Exactly. Also, thank you for acknowledging that movie as horror because I was fucking terrified when I was a child. Like, I loved it and I watched it a billion times, but I also was like fully aware that half the scenes in that thing were fucking absolutely terrifying. Terrifying. Let's see. Technically, though, somebody supergluing themselves to you could be a meet cute, depending on who that person is. Let's see. And the cool thing is, like, you'll never play this the same way twice, because if you roll this as your, like, first catastrophe in the beginning, you don't have no, you know, you can, it's up to you, like, how it goes. But, like, for example, if you rolled this as your third event, you might already have NPCs to, like, build off of this with. So, very adaptable. At least that's how I've been trying to design it, to be very adaptable, so it has a lot of replay value. Low-key craft store. Ooh, glitter. You can't have a disaster without glitter. But how does the glitter move from its container to somewhere it should not be, i.e. all over you, perhaps? All over you or all over a customer. Maybe two customers were fighting over a tube of glitter. I think that would make it a level 3 with potential to escalate. Let's see. How to do that? I know what number 6 would be. What is the worst thing? One of the worst things that could happen to the arts and crafts store. In the holidays, specifically. Wait, no. Well. It's possible. Okay. I think the concept of somebody sword fighting and being cute and quirky, but then a mall Santa absolutely decking their shit for fucking with his candy canes is really funny to me. And I will be thinking about that nonstop and probably put that scenario in either a fic, a script, or a book. Who knows? Italicize that actually. For a little effect. It's always the fucking bookends that I have trouble with. Or, like, relatively speaking, like, trouble with. Let's see. Craft store. It's a low-level disaster at a craft store. Nothing too urgent. For some reason, the mental image, because it's because my friend Axel, like, literally, like, works with, like, the fucking, like, loading dock area for, like, craft stores. So all I keep seeing is this image of this fucking loading dock truck crashing into the craft store. But, like, I don't think that's necessarily a level 1 disaster, or even a realistic level 6, because it's supposed to be in a mall, and I don't know many malls, but it's hard to crash into them with trucks. Historically, I would think they seem quite solid. I think the truck would get crushed, but you know, what do I know? Don't they have those big displays in craft stores in America? Like, where, like, you could buy Christmas trees in craft stores, right? Shit, can you? Wait, you can. I think you can. Aww. Sorry, somebody said something very, very nice. On Twitter about my streams, which is very sweet. Right? For the sake of the fake world that this game is in, where vampires are real and have retail jobs, and are in their 40s, let's just say, yes, you can. You can buy decor trees there. I also wouldn't know because I haven't bought a Christmas tree in the United States before, ever. I was too broke last year and I was really, really sick. Right? So, like, if this is... So the craft store here is, like, a mixture of Hobby Lobby, Joann's, and Michael's. And I've been to a Michael's before, and I know that they have, like, some outdoor stuff, like some decor stuff at the front if it's, like, a really big Michael's. So maybe, feasibly, there could be, like, not, like, the plain trees or whatever, like, you can get at Walmart, but, like, yeah, like a Hobby Lobby. Maybe, like, there's, like, the pre-made, like, already maybe even pre-decorated trees. So we're just gonna go with, yes, you can get a tree at this particular location. I'll leave it up to the GM whether or not you are under the tree, how many customers are going to be under the tree, if anybody dies. We'll see. Plus, this might, result in some blood, which could aggravate your bloodlust. Because there's still the bloodlust mechanic in this, where, like, depending on, like, how high the disaster is, that's how much stress you end up with just from the encounter alone, and then depending on how you deal with it and how you roll, you either get less stress or more stress, and if you hit 12 stress, you fucking game over. You lose your shit, you go berserk, you murder everybody in the store. And that's the end of the game. So the goal, of course, technically of the game is to, like, not do that shit, so you can go back home to your, like, pet of choice, and a nice, cold, chilled bottle of O negative. So you live to work another day. Let's see. Let's see. Now a low-level disaster. A low-level disaster. Something that is under quirky sword-fighting couple. Well, to be fair, you are trying to prevent them from getting, like, fucking assaulted by Mall Santa. Let's see. Something less intense than potentially getting beaten over the head with a plastic candy cane by a Mall Santa. Which, like, honestly, if that happened to me ever, what a story. Let's see. Something chill. Oh, okay. Yeah, a difficult return is always annoying, but not the end of the world. And that is the craft store. Now, of course, these will get edited probably as time goes on, just because, like, that's how that goes, but... See, that was the candle shop. That's the chocolatier that I haven't done yet. Okay, I need to... Zoom in. Oh boy. I've always thought it'd be really, really fun to do like one of those like Christmas sweater decorating parties where you just like everybody gets like these plain cheap Hanes like sweaters. There's like oversized ones, and then like just a bunch of like craft supplies, and then all you do is just hang out and you drink punch or cocoa or whatever, and I've watched holiday movies and craft and make these like ugly sweaters together. I thought that would be really nice, but unfortunately I came up with that idea for a little holiday party when I moved here to buttfuck nowhere, where I know nobody and I have not celebrated Christmas in like 3 years. So okay, so this actually needs to be made a lot smaller, or not a lot, but quite a bit. Okay, that should be fine. Right? I would also make mine super ugly. I'd probably make mine ugly and also weeby somehow. Just nerdy. Some anime reference, some something. Who knows what, but something nerdy and ugly. It'd be great. The more cursed, the better. Maybe if you have enough flesh-colored little, like, pom-poms, you can make one that looks like Nicolas Cage. That sounds pretty fun, not gonna lie. Oh god, Build-A-Bear. I have no experience with Build-A-Bear. Like, truly fucking none. I shouldn't. Let's skip that secondhand store. Well, we made a lot of progress. Secondhand store. I want this game to come out by the 12th at the latest, so I think I should be able to do that. What I should probably be working on is motherfucking Hallmark, because that's going to take so much longer, and that one I'm trying to release by the fucking 8th, and it is now the 4th, and I don't see, I don't know if it'll happen. I say that like it's impossible. It's not impossible. I fucking love Build-A-Bear. I only have one here, but I've had quite a few over my lifetime. But I have one here who is fucking Funshine Bear. I have Funshine Bear as a Build-A-Bear here. I got him in like the one Build-A-Bear in Germany because I was visiting my friend and she just happens to live in that city before I like moved here, and I was visiting her and like my 3 other like oldest friends, and together we all went to Build-A-Bear and they made me the Funshine Bear. Like we made it together, and then they all did the heart thing, so that thing has like fucking 5 hearts in it. They did the whole fucking routine, all of it, just a bunch of 22-year-olds fucking in the Build-A-Bear doing the whole fucking routine. That was like their goodbye present to me, so that I would have like their hearts with me and shit, which was super sweet, and I really love that bear. He's very thick. I had him filled to the brim because I was like, I want him to be maximum stuffed so that when I hug him, he is nice and firm, because he's huge, because those fucking bears are massive. He's too thick and his thigh seam keeps splitting, so this is now going to be the 3rd time that I have to go in and be like, hi, I'm sorry, can you take a little bit of stuffing out of his thigh, and also can you sew it shut again, thank you. So yeah, my Funshine Bear is unfortunately chronically thick and constantly needs to be fixed. He's a trooper though. He's a trooper. Right, poor baby. Do you know how many times I have been asked to authenticate bags because people are like, oh, well, I would just really like to, right? I'm nostalgic for Care Bears. Eevee is so cute. Oh, I really want a Pokemon one. But more than anything from Pokemon, I really, really, and it's also like on my Amazon wishlist because I just fucking stare at it all the time. But there is a really big Psyduck plushie, and Psyduck is like my favorite Pokemon. I love Psyduck so fucking much. Oh my god, I fucking adore. Best Pokemon, cutest baby, relatable, like the moment. I fucking love Psyduck. Psyduck and Snorlax are just, to me, the most huggable bitches, and I just love them very much. I'm also partial to Slowpokes, and they make me a little sad, because apparently they're so slow that if you fucking hit one, it won't register that it hurt itself for minutes. And Mimikyu, yes! Oh my god, Mimikyu makes me so sad, and I want to give Mimikyu the biggest fucking hug. I also know so much now about Pokemon for someone who has never played the games and has seen approximately like 10 episodes of the show, of like the original show. And I played none of the games. I did briefly get to play Pokemon Go, but my phone, I use my phone for work, and it's so fucking full, there's no room for Pokemon Go. Also, I don't have anybody to play with here, so, like, I used to go with my ex, but, like, that is, you know, it's kind of in the name of, like, yeah, it's not an option anymore, who, like, got me into it. And it is fun, it is cute, but I was also extremely stressed out and distressed when I played Pokemon Go for the first time, and I caught, like, the limit, like, 300 Pokemon, and then I caught another one, and it said, you can't capture this one, you have to let them go, and I went, let them go? Like, release them to the wild? And they were like, no, you can't release them to the wild, you have to send them off to the Pokeball Center, and I was like, I have to give them away, but I named all, like, literally, this is an actual conversation that happened, is I just like, but I don't want to give them away, I named them all, and my ex went, what do you mean you named them all? And I showed him my my Pokemon library, and I had given all of them individual names because I thought you were supposed to do that because I thought they were like pets. And it broke my heart to have to, like, and then he was just like, oh yeah, no, that's not how you do that. And I was like, but, and he literally sorted them by, like, their stats and got rid of, like, the lowest stat ones. And I was fucking devastated. It was so sad. It was just so fucking sad. Thank you. I was devastated. Although I did manage to save the extremely low stat one. That was the first one that I caught where I was like, this is a special Pokemon because this is the first one I caught. You shouldn't give autistic people games like that and then put a fucking limit on how many fucking, like, babies we're allowed to have on that thing. This is also why I am, like, just, I know myself and I know my limits. And I cannot have a Tamagotchi because if I have a Tamagotchi, I will cry because it will die. I'm not good at taking care of them, and I will be devastated. So yeah, I did have a Tamagotchi as a kid, and as expected, it did not go well. I was very stressed out over it constantly, because I was very worried that it was just gonna die, and it did several times, until eventually I was like, maybe this is not the toy for me. So yeah, those are dangerous games for me to fucking have. They're rough. So I haven't played Pokemon Go, partially because I don't have the room on my phone, partially because I don't have anybody to play with, and I really like going with people to do that stuff because I think it's really fun, and partially because, like, I get really stressed out. I get really stressed out getting rid of the babies. But I did manage to catch some rare ones, I've been told, so that was really cool. And I managed to, like, hatch some rare ones, but since I don't really know anything about any Pokemon beyond first generation, when people tell me that, I just nod my head, and I go, okay, that's cool. And they're like, oh, they got a shiny one, and I'm like, it's shiny? That's fucking dope, but sometimes the shiny ones are uglier than the normal ones, so, like, I don't get too excited over every shiny. I'm just saying. Also, I'm very bad at battling, and also catching them is literally hit or miss. Like, it is truly... It's an experience watching me play Pokemon Go. Also, my, like, partner Pokemon is the first Pokemon I ever caught, so it is by far probably the weakest one that I have. But I just really like it, and it's the dog. It's but not a Lillipup. It's the not dog, but, like, looks like a. It's just an M. No, not Mochaccino. That is not a Pokemon. Fuck, Minuchino? Fuck, it's gonna bother me. Wait, let me look it up. Fucking Pokemon. Minuchino. Fucking wait. Minichino, I'm having a stroke trying to figure out what the fuck this is. Minchino. Fuck. The thing that's like a little flying squirrel shit thing. Fucking Minchino. That is the first Pokemon that I caught, and that is my partner Pokemon on Pokemon Go. And I named her Tsunade. So Tsunade the Minchino is my partner Pokemon because she's just the first one that I caught, and she's really cute, and I would feel very guilty if I replaced her because I feel like she would know and it would hurt her feelings. I'm not, like I said, these are not games for me, for my fucking mental health. Secondhand store. Ugh, I don't want to. So unfortunately, I used a lot of my own personal experience in the original game, Forever41, where I had like Forever21, like the fast fashion store, and I shared my like retail experiences in that one. So I don't want to reuse those. So I'm trying to think of like other shit that has happened to me at this store. And the cool thing is, this is a horror game, so like there's truly no limit, like, to how gross or fucked up it can get. But to be fair, that's also like how actually working there was. Like, do you know how many people have defecated on property and also on products in the 1 year that I worked at that store, at that location? Four separate incidents. One woman actually took a bunch of clothes into the like changing room, and she put them all in a pile and pissed on them, and then walked out of the store from there, ignoring us, calling after her, like, if she wanted anything or what the fuck. And she laughed the entire way. She laughed. She was laughing like a fucking, like, just laughing. Laughing like a fucking anime villain. Fucking laughing as she walked out of the store. So much vomit also. So much vomit. Kids vomit so much. Both in volume and frequency. Luckily, I'm a sympathy vomiter. So I was never, luckily, tasked with cleaning that shit up, because I deadass was like to my manager, I was like, you can ask me to do it, and I will throw up on top of it and be absolutely useless, if not make it worse. So, that is how you get out of having to do that. But it's also true. Chinchilla, that's what Minchinos are based off of fucking chinchillas. That's what they're fucking based off of. Not dogs, not fucking flying squirrels. Fucking chinchillas. It's literally in the name a little bit, so, like, I don't... You knew what I meant. But I've actually never had a chinchilla, and also I'm not gonna lie, from what I've seen, chinchillas and Minchinos do not actually look really anything alike. But you know what? I'll give it to them. Whatever Pokemon, I'll give it to you. You can have that. Let's see. I feel like throwing up is probably a valid, but that's just a lot, isn't it? Maybe not so much bodily fluids in this one. Maybe I'll spare them. That said, I literally just watched the fucking VOD of my charity stream, one of my charity streams for Utopia, where I ran Alien, the TTRPG, as the game mother, so the GM. And I did not remember it being quite so visceral. It was really funny. It was really fun. Everybody did a fantastic job, and it was a really cool, fun story to play, and I'm really glad that they all had such a great time. I did not realize how much bodily fluids I narrated and how detailed I got, but listening back to it, I was like, wow, that sure is a lot of times you said the word placenta. That's cool. That's a lot of crust you've talked about there. It's crusty. Somebody in the chat was just like, fluffy faces, fluffy butts on like the kittens, crusty everything else, and I was like, yep, that's sure is the image I fucking created, isn't it? Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Honestly, people coming in with garbage shit and then getting really mad at me is the thing that happened a lot. But what happened also a lot is a lot of people would bring luxury fucking items in to be appraised, and I would have to tell them to their face that they were fakes. And they'd be like, but my son brought these for me. And I'd be like, where did your son buy these for you? Like, did he give you the thing? Did he give you the receipt? Do you have a certificate of authentication? And they would deadass be like, no, he went to Thailand and he said he bought a bunch of those fucking purses and he bought them for me and his wife and blah, blah. And I was like, you guys are all fucking idiots. Of course, I wasn't allowed to say that to customers, but it doesn't make me any less right. So yeah, those are obviously fakes. Also, you could tell that they're fake because they're fucking plastic. Although actually, with Louis Vuitton, very funny. I was very good at like the authenticating thing because I was trained in it. But like Louis Vuitton is extremely difficult to authenticate because not because the fakes are good, but because the originals are so shit. Most Louis Vuitton, especially stuff that is from this past 20 years, they use pleather and they market it as vegan leather, but it's fucking plastic and it's hard plastic and it's low quality, and the seams are done in this vibrant yellow thread that in any other brand I actually use as a reason to like be like, yeah, this is fake because this is fucking ugly, and because this is such low quality, and also like the stitching patterns are super broad, which means that structurally it's not very sound. A lot of Louis Vuitton bags are actually extremely cheaply made and really, really horrible. The luggage, high quality, typically tends to stand up. Very hard to fake that stuff, but like the purses, Louis Vuitton purses, there have been a lot of Louis Vuitton purses that like at both first glance and like deep inspection I would have sworn were fucking fakes because of how shitty they are quality wise and how horrible they like age, and they don't handle wear and tear well at all. But then I ran their serial numbers and they were real, which is always mortifying when that happens. But they're fucking, and they're hideous. The wallets are both easy-ish to forge, but like at least slightly higher quality. The actual like originals are slightly higher quality than the other ones, but it's extremely easy to forge Louis Vuitton bags and stuff because the quality is so fucking abysmal. It's, you have to really, really check that like the pattern laying is symmetrical. Like tiny details like that are like really helpful in like authenticating them. But in the end, a lot of times, even with that, all you can do is like try to find the serial number and run it. But then Louis Vuitton also has singularities in that before a certain point in the like late 2000s, they used one serializing system versus the one that they use now. So in the database, there are going to be a lot of like quote unquote vintage Louis that came out before like 2010 or whatever. And those are not in the same database, so their serial numbers are going to look fake, but instead they have a catalog, like where you can check the like vintage numbers. It's just not the same like system as like their authenticating system that they have now. It's really annoying. It's extremely fucking annoying, and also the bags are fucking hideous. They are so fucking ugly. I hate them so much. Ugh. I'm also not really big into like monogrammed shit or like shit with logos all over it. It's not my thing, and I mean that's kind of their only thing, so it's a lot. Hi, welcome. We are working on Forever41's holiday expansion. We already finished several settings and now we're working on this one, and I have a bunch of stories but not exactly ones to make into games, and then we'll see. But yeah, Louis are really, really hard to authenticate, I think, personally. And then, of course, occasionally, like, some of them do seem high quality and some of the purses are fine, but, like, for the most part, they were fucking hideous. Maybe I'll add the thing about, like, having to, like, tell somebody that they're, I'd say that's a level 4 disaster because there's a lot of potential for that lady to make a big fuss. And they get really fucking mad when you tell them that their sons are fucking cheap-ass liars. And sometimes, though, I think the sons didn't even lie. I think the sons just let the truth stand in the room and maybe not be explained. Also, hi, thank you for following Render by David. I appreciate the follow. But yeah, this is... that happened a lot. I was luckily taken off of that particular customer service duty because I have about as much tact as a bull in a china shop. And I have a very monotone voice, naturally. So, people tend to take it a bit aggressively, or dismissively, disrespectfully, and condescendingly. The condescending I don't understand because I do have like a condescending voice that I can do, and that is not the way that I normally talk, but okay. I think I just chronically look and sound so fucking unimpressed all the time if I'm not actively talking to like my friends or something, that they took me off of that particular duty and were like, hey, maybe let's not have you tell people that their shit is fake. Let's have like our super nice coworker tell them that we can't take it without a certificate or something, not necessarily that it's fake. And I was like, okay, but it is fake. It's also very obviously fake, so if anything, I'm kind of helping them because I'm saving them from fucking embarrassing themselves later, and they can now go yell at their son. I don't see what the problem is, but okay, fine. I mean, I'm just doing them a favor, but fine, whatever. Let's see. What's number 2? Actually, TBH, that's like a fucking number 2 or number 3 ass fucking disaster because that shit is annoying as fuck. And there's a lot of potential for escalation. But then again, all of these have potential for escalation. That is the point. Let's see. What is a holiday-specific thing? Well, we did have a lot of people stalk us and hit on us because the high fashion like retail store that I worked in, they would only hire people if you looked like, you know, if you'd also like modeled. And so that attracts a very certain type of clientele in addition to like actual normal fucking clientele. So I have never worked in a place where I've had to call the like fucking security company / the cops so many fucking times. It is insane. One time I literally went to work. I was gonna walk through the fucking door, and it's a glass door. So the guy that was leaving saw me. I say guy, 50-something-year-old man, white man, who had just bought a pair of jeans, and we didn't do bags because we were an eco-friendly store or whatever the fuck, and so he was holding the jeans to his chest, and he was gonna open the door, and I literally just like stood and like waited so that he could like fucking leave, and as he opened it, he moved and pinned me against the open door and then started hitting on me, and I was like, and luckily I'm extremely small. I literally ducked under his fucking arms and like ran to the back of the store and then hid there and was 20 minutes late to clock in, but I didn't get in trouble because they saw what happened. Because I was waiting for him to leave, and he was literally like, he went back inside the store and like stared at the fucking break room door, and I could see him on the security camera, and he just fucking waited until like we had to have somebody escort him off the fucking premises. It was a fucking bananas job. It was fucking wild. People do the damnedest things all the time for no reason. It is fucking insane. Frequently I have the thought, and I share it often, there's a very high percentage of people you could literally put on a rocket and shoot to like Mars and the world would be better off, is all I'm saying. A lot of them are cishet men. Yes, it's like really a coincidence, but if you did take a chunk of them and put them on the, like, I don't know, Mars, a lot of them would like it. You could literally just tell them like, you should colonize the first frontier, you're gonna be a pioneer, you're gonna go into history, and like we just get rid of them and put them on fucking Mars. And then fucking boom. They're the ones that are so fucking hot on the thing. I think it works. It's literally a win-win. They will feel like they're making history. They can't hurt anybody because finally they're colonizing a fucking space that doesn't have any people fucking living on it. And then, you know, the people that they fucked over can reclaim their land. I'm just saying that, like, I personally don't see the downsides. I know a fuck ton of assholes that would love to live in space, and I say they should. They should absolutely do that. I support them in that extremely strange goal that they have. Little power fantasy thing. I mean, look, once they're actually like farming space potatoes and, you know, reenacting the fucking Martian, they'll probably realize it's not as, you know, hot as they thought it was going to be. But you know what? a lot of those times, those people are very good at like fucking deluding themselves into, you know, thinking that they're cool and, you know, I don't know, hot shit, so they can go around treating people like garbage. So I'm pretty sure they can find a way to like fucking fool themselves into thinking that it was a good idea and very fun. I'm just saying. I have yet to hear any points against why that would be a good idea. That's all I'm fucking saying. When I heard that Elon Musk wanted to go to space, I said, yes, let him, and then find a way to close the atmosphere. Like, just don't let him back in. Redistribute all his money. He doesn't need it. He's in space. What do you need money in space for? You don't. I'm just saying I haven't heard any reason why those are bad ideas. That's all I'm fucking saying. Let's see. Low-level disaster. What was a low-level disaster? If I put Chrysler in there, will I get sued? I don't think so. That's fine. It's fine. I'm not making any claims about the company. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I might fix it later. Who knows? Personally, instead of Merry Christmas, occasionally I will say Happy Toyotathon because it's the same time, and I just thought I just heard that, and it was so fucking funny to me. And it honestly gives me a little laugh every time. Every fucking time. I need to do these particular streams more often because this is the most I've written on this in literally weeks. I've been working on Hallmark instead, and oh my god, that game is taking for fucking ever. Does anybody have any like holiday traditions? This is not necessarily about the game. I am just curious. But like, who has holiday traditions and what are they? One of mine was that in order to kick off the holiday season, usually I do this in like November, but I've been really, really busy, is I will watch a double feature of Love Actually and The Holiday, which are two of my favorite movies of all time. Unfortunately, currently I can't find Love Actually on a fucking streaming service. But The Holiday is back on Netflix. So, I've been trying to watch The Holiday for like a week and a half, but I end up working really late and then looking up and being like, why is it 2 a.m? I didn't realize I'd been working this late. I thought it was 7 p.m. And then I feasibly cannot watch that movie at fucking 3 a.m. when I'm trying to go to sleep. Yesterday, unfortunately, we hit day like 9 of not being able to go to sleep before 4 a.m, and we hit a level of sleep deprivation that is known as being sleep drunk, which is, for all intents and purposes, physically the same sensation as being a little tipsy / a lot tipsy. And oh boy, was that sure something. That sure was an experience. You start fucking slurring your fucking words. It made me very grateful that typing has autocorrect and that you can go back and fix things before people see them. I miss fucking cooking. Hi, Render by David. Thanks for following and welcome to the chat. And thanks for waiting the like 10 minutes because I know new followers, you guys gotta wait 10 minutes before you can use the chat. I did that to avoid hate raids. But yeah, hi, hello. If anybody has any Christmas traditions or holiday traditions, I really don't care. Please feel free to share them. I think they're really cool. They're really fun. Let's see. Looking for like a level 2 disaster. I'm trying to pull from like both the experience of being a holiday helping elf at the mall, which I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it I have repressed. I'm sure I have repressed a lot. It's gonna come out when I do the fucking chocolatier setting because that's literally where I was actually a holiday helping elf. This one's gonna be fucking disturbing as shit. This is probably gonna be the most fucked up setting you can play in this game because it was fucked up. The whole job was a fucking acid trip. It was... Huh. They are fun, aren't they? This is my first year being in game jams, but they are so fucking fun and they can be really inspiring, and I think they're really cool. Plus, looking at everybody else's holiday games is like really, really fun. There's so many cool games that I want to play, and there's a lot that I want to produce for, and I'm very excited that I now get to work with a company where they will actually like help pay me to produce things for them. And I am super excited for all the like really cool shows that I'll be able to facilitate creating. I already have plans for like literally like next Halloween. I have plans for like eco 3-day like charity streams for like Earth Day, or for honestly I kind of want to do it for saving the bees because I really love the bees and I'd like to help save the bees. And I have a lot of friends that have designed like Earth themed or nature themed games where I think that they would work really well for environmental streams. And then eventually I want to figure out what, though, because, like, I have 2 chronic illnesses. One of them needs more research than the other because, well, one of them is a bit more debilitating than the other. Because, like, narcolepsy is not going to, like, do too much to me. I mean, yeah, it puts me in a wheelchair occasionally, but it doesn't put me in a wheelchair as often as AS does. And AS can, like, fucking fuck you up. And, but unfortunately, there's no, like, games that you can really put in the theme of AS. So I'm still figuring that one out. I might just straight up be like, fuck it, I have AS. What are my favorite games? Like, make that the fucking theme of the fucking charity streams. Who knows? We'll see. But that's all 2022 things. I also accidentally said next year, 2021, and somebody looked at me and was like, no, that's this year. Next year is 2022. And I was like, sounds fake. Sounds fake and weird, and I don't like it. 2022. Can you even? Oh boy, come on. I want to finish at least this setting tonight. Secondhand store. What did used to happen? Oh, the donation bins. Those used to happen a lot. Honestly, one time the donation people did not actually. What's AS? Oh, ankylosing spondylitis. It is basically a type of aggressive arthritis in your bones, your marrow, your blood, your muscles, your joints, your eyes. Pretty much every physical part, your organs, your blood. It's basically having arthritis in every single cell of your body. But unfortunately, that has like further ramifications. They're pretty rough. And it's a very volatile thing, so it has very aggressive flare-ups, and then it can go into like remission with no warning, and then sometimes it goes into remission for ages, and sometimes don't have a remission for years. Like, it is extremely unpredictable. There's stuff you can do to mitigate it, but not necessarily anything universal, and all of the medication for it is extremely heavy-duty medication that has more side effects than it actually helps, and can only really be used in like extreme or more extreme cases when it's like already like maybe too late for a lot of meds. It can't kill you inherently, but it can make things happen that can kill you, which is not fun. So yeah, the bare bones that's that. I will actually, because if you guys look down in the chat, there are some panels. I will be adding a panel about narcolepsy and a panel about AS, just because awareness and shit can't hurt. Also, I like making infographics. I think they're cute, and I think they're fun. So I will be making panels for AS and some like links to like resource sites and stuff. Little infographic when I can. I made a note. It just hasn't been a priority right now because I've been so busy. There we go. All right. Just 2 more, and they get to be really fucked up. Let's see. 2 more fucked up things to happen in the fucking secondhand store. Ugh. And it can't be bodily fluids because I already did that in the original game. Because I didn't realize I would be writing this. I didn't realize I'd be making this extra for the game. But... Let me see. What is another fucked up thing that has happened working as a holiday helping elf or a retail? Honestly, those are a lot of the things that fucking happen. I mean, there's the stalking, but I kind of have that a little bit in the original game. Plus, I'd have to make that really fucking bad in order for like it to be a level 5 or level 6. Then again, I guess I could move shit. I should dial up the intensity on this one because so far they've been relatively low level intensities. Actually, I think I might swap 2 and 1 because intensity-wise, number 2 is a bit more irritating. I'd say. I swear I fucking moved. Okay. Let's see. Also, number 4 and 3, I'm going to switch. Because potentially sentient clothing is even scarier than an angry lady. Let's see. Let's do something fucked up that's like a Christmas miracle. Yeah, a lot of these conditions are not nearly as like rare as a lot of people think they are. / like just because they're rare doesn't mean you don't know people that have them. Let me see. What could we put here? I've had a lot of customers pee on clothes. but I did use that already. And I just don't want to put vomit in this. Not today. I deserve better. Something holiday related. Maybe Attack of the Gift Cards. Something with a gift card. What are some of the more intense ones I have on the other ones? Well, near-death experience, stores on fire, anaphylactic shock. Okay, that's the bar we've set. Someone's gotta die. Or almost die, I guess, depending on, like, how well you react. Maybe they die, maybe they don't. How would someone almost die in a secondhand store? A ladder. When in doubt, have someone fall from a really, really high space. Actually, I did at some point when I worked retail, like, refuse to go get... Yeah, this is for a TTRPG. This is for an expansion on my first game, which I'll drop the link here in the chat. Well, not my first game. Not even close, actually, to my first game. But the first version of this game, which was released for Halloween, and it is a vampire retail horror comedy TTRPG. And... most of my games are done so that you can get into them if you've even never played, because, like, what's the point of having a game if it's, like, inherently gatekept? So that is my game page, cutestpatoot.itch.io, and Forever41 is already out. It's $8. There's also community copies usually, and for every community copy that is purchased, I upload another, like, for every normal one that's purchased, I upload another community copy for people to grab if they don't have the money. It's a very big, nice, like, pretty game book. And this is the holiday expansion that originally was just going to be 2 extra stages, and I was just going to pop up there. But then I ended up creating this, which is the size of the original game, with 6 stages that you could, like, 6 different settings you can play. And each of them have a different event table, which is what I'm currently writing. Because I'll do the mechanics off screen probably, but the settings, people always ask me about those in my games and how I write them and how I create them. So I was like, well, let me give you guys a peek behind the curtain and show you how I write some of the settings and event tables for my games. Hi, Sphinx! What's up? But yeah, so this is for a TTRPG called Forever41, where you play. This is a very small a TTRPG, quote unquote, for parties. Like, it's only 1 GM, 1 player. This is not a multiplayer game. I will, however, in 2022 in the spring, be releasing an expansion on the original game. Forever41, that is a multiplayer version where you can play with as many people as you want instead of just you and the GM, so the game master / general manager. So in the original game, the concept is that you are a vampire, but you return in your 40s, and instead of just being, like, suddenly, like, able-bodied and Eurocentric, you are just frozen the way that you were when you returned. So if you had, like, chronic pain, you're gonna have that shit forever. If you have sciatica, it's just because you're in your fucking 40s. You're gonna have that shit forever. You are in your fucking 40s. The character generation is based off of, like, you roll the dice to determine, like, when you were turned. When were you 40? When were you turned? And that's kind of gives you, like, a little bit of, like, what your character's gonna be like. And then it gives you 2 stats, 1 plus, 1 minus stat for your rolls. I wanted to keep it simple, not very crunchy. And you have 3 shifts. Each of them is time. So this is a timed TTRPG, which is not super common from what I've seen. But each shift is 15 minutes on the clock. And in between, you have, like, a 5-minute break where you get to roll dice, your break dice, to see if you gain or lose any stress on your break. So to see if you actually get more stressed out or if you zen out a little bit. And you gain and lose stress as you play the game. And if you hit 12 on the stress meter, then you go berserk and you lose your, like, control over yourself and your bloodlust, and you slaughter everybody in there. The objective of the game, of course, is to not do that and live to work another day. And the reason you work retail is because, well, being a vampire does not mean that you are rich. Being alive forever does not mean that you are rich. If anything, honestly, if I lived for like a good 1,000-something years, I guarantee you I would take a nap, wake up 800 years later, and have no money because I did not keep up with the currency, and all I've got is these fucking doubloons nobody cares about. So like, yeah, I gotta get a job. And working at the mall is actually a really vampire appropriate job, because when I worked at a mall, let me tell you, I did not see an ounce of daylight. Because the mall did not have windows. Certainly not in the store. So it was all fluorescence, baby. And as a vampire, that's pretty much as safe and as good of a cover as you can get. Plus, one of the stores in the original game is literally like a version of fucking Hot Topic. Which, like, perfect. It's a very big game. Very proud of it. Let's see. And this customer... That sounds like my fucking worst nightmare. Yeah, no, I have zero desire to be immortal. Because, like, if you're immortal, all your fucking friends are gonna die. And you're gonna, like, watch all your fucking friends die, and that sounds fucking horrible. Plus, I love being alive. Fucking love it, right? It's great. It's fucking sick. But, like, what if immortal, like, nobody knows what immortal really means. What if immortal means you cannot die? So that means you of the universe, and you still can't die, even if you're physically willing to take. Plus, I don't think vampires are that cool. Like, they're fine. They're not bad. They're cool. But, like, I don't want to be one. I have never wanted to be one. Werewolves, on the other hand, that's pretty cool. And they're not fucking immortal. They're just fucking cool. I like dogs. Then again, I am allergic to animal hair, so I wouldn't want to be, like, allergic to myself. Alright, we've got a mid-level fucking disaster. That is slightly less than fucking dying, slightly more than somebody yelling at you. And maybe having sentient clothes. There's not a lot of things more fucking terrifying than fungi. Especially fungi you have to touch. Let's see. To be fair, though, if you were immortal, it probably wouldn't seem like that long of a time, because, like, the longer you're alive, the faster the years seem to go by, because relative, like, to the percentage of time that you've been alive, that's less. So that's why as you get older, like, the years seem to be shorter and shorter when they used to seem super long. It's because relative to your entire existence, the fraction is smaller and smaller. So I guess it wouldn't feel like a very long time if you were alive for 1,000 years, because at some point the years would just kind of go by, like, really fast. Still not, like, ideal. Not great. Wouldn't want that. Right? I feel like after learning, like, I'd learn a bunch of languages, which, like, to be fair, I've already done. And, like, I'm not immortal. I just like languages and I have pattern recognition brain. But, like, I'd probably master a bunch of hobbies. But the thing is, you can't master anything too well without, like, exposing yourself as, like, immortal, you know? And that's rough. So. What would I do? Learned a bunch of languages. I have no desire to travel any more than I already have, frankly. Because I've already traveled, like, a bunch of the world, and I got to do that really young, which, like, great. Very grateful. I'm good, though. To be fair, I have agoraphobia. I have no desire to fucking travel to a bunch of unknown places. It is literally my worst nightmare. I've already done that. I'm good, thank you. I encourage people to travel. I think it's great. I think it's healthy. Just not with me. Not with me. No, thank you. I travel on my terms alone. I prefer to travel alone or with, like, one person, and very few people qualify for that one person fucking slot. I have no desire to just, like, fucking backpack through shit. That sounds like a nightmare. And, like, a lot of people are like, well, if I was immortal, I'd travel. That's cool. You might, you probably just didn't get a lot of chances to travel in your, like, human life. And I respect that, and I support you, and I think you should. I think more people should travel. It's just I've already done it. I have no desire to do it again. None. I'm good. I'm okay. I'll travel for, like, conventions for work if I have to, and I will... Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll travel for work if I have to, and even so, I'd rather not. Or I'd rather travel to very specific places that I'm familiar with that I could maybe do. But, like, yeah, I'd run out of shit to do. Like, and we don't even know the conditions on your immortality. Plus, it's hard to be immortal if you're, like, in a situation where you can't go outside in the sun. What am I gonna do without the sun? I'd lose my mind. I have to get a sun lamp and see if, like, hopefully that doesn't, like, kill me. It'd be pretty shit if I tried one out and it just killed me. That'd be pretty rough. What a waste of immortality. Fucking tries to go to a fucking tanning booth like you did when you were alive and fucking literally dies. Final Destination, that shit immediately. No, thank you. I saw that movie once, and only the first one. I didn't even see the one with the fucking tanning bed scene, which is like one of the sequels. That movie fucked me up for a week. A week! I was fucking paranoid, everything I did. No peace, just stress. I mean, initially, like, interesting concept, but also, like, did not need a bazillion sequels, I think. But if you're looking for, like a bad movie, like, that's a fun thing to do. Right? But then I would, like, I know myself, and I'm like, I'd probably end up fucking with myself and, like, pranking myself and being like, oh, leaving myself clues. But I would, like, leave myself clues to, like, a false fucking reality and, like, see how long it takes for me to realize that these clues aren't my past. They're the fucking plot of the Bourne Identity or some shit. And then I would get pissed off at my past self. But also, like, respect it because that's really funny. So, like, it's tricky. It's tricky. Living with yourself is hard. And living without friends is like fucking awful. And, like, how would you even have to do that? It'd be really hard. Although I guess if you're immortal and also, like, unkillable, you could really fix a lot of shit. Because if you are unkillable and immortal, there's nothing Elon Musk can do to you. But there's a lot you can do to Elon Musk. I'm just saying, a lot of those, like, stories have, like, vampires who've, like, been around through, like, several civil rights movements and done fuck all to help them. And I'm just like, that's... I mean, I know this was written by a white person and this is, like, done, like, in this, like, vampire's a white person, but, like, that's no excuse, really. You lived through all those civil rights movements and you didn't do anything? Just feels like your skill set's not being utilized, my dude. So I guess I'd do a bunch of that shit. That's probably how I'd keep myself sane. And I would probably break into a fuck ton of museums. Like, if we're going with, like, immortal and can't be seen on camera. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, if it can't be seen on camera, I'm breaking into the fucking, like, fucking London National fucking Museum and returning shit. And, like, if I'm really unkillable or whatever, I can literally just, like, easily fucking, like, walk through the ocean if I gotta. Fuck it. Or, like, fucking, like, get on a boat. I can't get sick. Fuck it. And, like, bring shit back to its original fucking cultures. I would literally spend my entire time just trying to, like, fucking give national treasures back to the fucking nations that actually have them and, like, that they belong to, and, like, redistributing wealth. I would literally eat the rich as a vampire. That sounds so fucking nice. Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. I would literally eat the rich as a vampire. That's what I would fucking do. I'd eat the rich, and I would redistribute wealth, and I would become an urban legend to scare the rich and privileged, and I would scare the people in power that I cannot just eat into doing the right thing under the threat that if they don't, I will fucking eat them. I think I could do a lot of good as a vampire, TBH, but at what cost, truly? Like, fucking immense potential cost, personally. But potential, like, extreme good you could do. Especially if you're unkillable. That's a very important factor. If you're easily killable, that might be a problem. But, like, some heists just take a really long time to plan out to be perfect, and if you've got all the time in the world, I'm just saying, I could keep myself busy. There's always bigots, there's always assholes, there's always shitheads, there's always shit you can do to help. And, like, if there is less risk that your own body and, like, self will be harmed in, like, the doing of whatever, that's, you know, that's fine. Especially if you get, like, the super strength and shit. Or, like, the ability to turn into a bat and fly. You could literally fly, like, out of whatever. Be great. Okay. I've talked myself into some good points. But it would be very, like, like I said, great personal cost. Let me see. A second to last fucking thing. I mean, true, but that can be relatively easily, like, fixed by, like, being empathetic. And I think your environments have a lot to do with it, because I really hate when people are like, oh, fucking Animal Farm is what happens when you just leave society, like, people together, and that's just how humanity is. Like, no, that's how rich, privileged white people are, which is also actually the point of the book. Not that humanity is inherently bad or inherently bigoted or inherently corrupt. It's that, no, a fucking corrupt class subsect of people, when left unchecked, will let their entitlement rage and become monsters. Not people in general. So, like, having lived a whole human life as a disabled, queer, trans, like, lesbian of color, I think I'd be good. I think I'd be fine. I'd be okay. I don't think that'll happen. And it is possible to, like, become rich and not become a massive cunt. Because there are some people that, like, did not, like, grow up rich at all or grew up really poor and then get money and are not total dicks. And usually if they become dicks, it was because of something else. Or if they turn out to be dicks, they were always dicks and you just couldn't tell because they were too poor to be heard. So they were just, you know, dicks quietly and in private, and then eventually, unfortunately, being rich will automatically give you some sort of platform, and more people can notice that you are a dick, but they correlate, they're not necessarily causing each other. Mostly, I just have to make sure that I didn't end up fucking broke, or, like, accidentally, like, blink and 800 years pass by and be like, ah, shit, I meant to read that fucking book, and oh no, several people have died, you know? Like, it'd be more like I'd have to keep track of time. And, like, if you don't, like, if you still have ADHD after becoming a fucking vampire, which, like, I don't see why you wouldn't still have ADHD after becoming a vampire, oh boy, I'm gonna need eternity to get around to all the shit that I plan on doing. Let me see. Well, you almost die on that one. Something in the middle. Something that is not quite as bad. What is not quite as bad? Or do I make this number 5 and come up with something even fucking worse for 6? I'm making come up with something even fucking worse for 6. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because that is just not quite intense enough. Actually, I'm gonna reverse them again. Oh shit, I still need an annoying thing for customer to say. 10,000 years go by and you still haven't finished that novel you were writing. Yep, no, honestly, that might fucking happen. Secondhand store. Shit. Eesh. Let's see, it'll be about this big. Yeah, that's readable. That fits. Ooh, that was fucking tight. Let's see. So there's only 1, 2, 3 settings up wait. Yeah, so 1. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. 2, 3. Sick. Okay, we're halfway through the settings. Can definitely finish those tomorrow. Then I have to work on the fucking extra goddamn mechanics and character pregens, which reminds me. Alright, you guys. thank you for sitting with me through Forever41's holiday expansion, little writing extravaganza that we've been doing. The game will come out soon. I highly recommend you fucking pick it up because I've been working my ass off on this thing for ages, and I am super excited to share it with you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I hope everybody liked this. And I will see you guys on another stream very, very soon. But it's getting late, and I'm going to try not to go to bed at 4 in the morning. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I have no idea. We have no idea how this is going to go. But yes, thank you. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys all very soon. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And have a good evening /time zone. Have a good time zone.